Okie doke, so we just finished up with Unit 1, Lesson 4, so let's move on to how to write a testable question. You're going to right-click, open in a new tab. The reason I like to open stuff in a new tab is if I have to refer back to the list of lessons, I could do that. Also, notice down here, if you need to go to a different folder, you can do it from here. You can go back to the folder you were just working on by clicking here, and you can go forward to the next folder by clicking here. So there's lots and lots of ways to get where you want to go. Let's look inside the folder, how to write a testable question. You've got an instructional video I made. Hello, this is a PowerPoint, a good little lesson on how to create a testable question. This is supposed to help you because if you refer back to your list here, the next assignment is submit your testable questions. So you should take advantage of all these resources I have in here. This is me going over the PowerPoint. If you click this link, right click, open in a new tab, it's a giant list of testable questions, and I do not mind if you borrow from this list. I do want you to keep in mind that I will ask you to do an experiment to answer these questions. So don't pick something that you cannot actually do. Pick something where you know you have those supplies, or you could easily get those supplies. You've got the PowerPoint video, you've got the list of questions. Down here is another list of questions that I added in a Word file. I found this. It's another list you could borrow from, and that's fine. Another file I have down here is wonderful. It's a little graphic that shows you the difference. It says not testable, what makes plants grow best. That's too vague. It doesn't help you. Testable, though, is what is the effect of soil type on plant height. It takes two variables and compares them. We talked about that before. So this might help you develop a good question. Last, I put a copy of the PowerPoint right there, the one that's gone over in this video. If you want your own copy, you have access to it too. Takes a second to open up. There you go. So if you wanted to look at it at your own pace and take a look, it's on this file here. After you're done looking through all the files, watching the video after how to write a testable question, right-click, open in a new tab, submit your testable question. You need to turn in a list of 3 possible ones you want to do. Remember, you're going to be asked to develop one of the questions further. You're going to need to create a hypothesis, develop a procedure, do some research. So keep your list. So turn in a list, but also keep a copy of the list as well. Remember, you come down here and you click Add Submission. It lets you type right into the box right here. Or if it's in a Word file where your list is, you can just attach it right here. Choose a file, and then find it wherever it is on your computer. That's up to you how you want to do it. But at the bottom, you save changes and then you submit. Don't forget. After you submit your list of 3, you're going to open up this assignment that's called Study Jams, Scientific Theory and Evidence. It says, by the end of this folder, you're going to need to research one of the questions. From that research, you'll need to develop a hypothesis. Here's a list of good research websites. If you want to research from magazines or books, that's fine too, but I found safe search sites for kids. So you will need to do your own research the way a scientist would do on their topic. And I even, at the end, give you a good example. So let me actually show that to you. On the last thing, it says submit the researched hypothesis. Let's take a look real quick. From your list of 3, submit one question that you've researched. Click here to see a list of good search sites, or safe search sites. That just takes you back to where we just were. Submit at least 3 links for your question. Submit your hypothesis based on your research for the question. Remember to pick a question and hypothesis that you, a 5th grader, can develop a test or experiment to prove or disprove. So this is my example. Which can support more weight, paper or plastic bags? From my research, I believe that paper bags can hold more weight. That's my hypothesis. These are the sites that I found good stuff on, and I put copies, 3 sites that I found my information that supported why I think this hypothesis. I did actual research. And if you were to right-click and look at these sites, you can tell where I got my ideas from. Plastic bags. Have you ever wondered why some plastic bags are stronger than others? And if you read this article, it talks about that they're often recycled repeatedly. So some of them are strong and some of them are weak. Also here, paper bag, right-click, open in a new tab. This one talks about the weight that they can hold ranges from 8 pounds to 57 pounds. And I know my little dog is about 11 pounds, and I know very well he could not, I couldn't carry him in a plastic bag. It would break. It's too much. But I could probably carry him in a paper bag because he's 11 pounds. So from my research, you can tell where I got my hypothesis. You're going to be asked to turn in your sites and turn in what your hypothesis is based on your research. So this is the page where I tell you, hey, this is coming up, so make sure you do this. Turn in a researched hypothesis. Next. Now you've got study jams. I try at the beginning of every assignment where it's embedded like this. Embedded means it's within. I try to give you the option to watch this video in a whole other window. It says you can view this activity in another window if you click here. But I do ask that you right-click and open in a new tab. Do it like that. And you could watch it in this way. But I'm going to show you what it looks like if you watched it in Moodle. It says click play video, the play video button to watch the lesson. Play video. And then I just move this to see it better. So it's not too bad.
Hey, what you looking at? It's a book.
I'm not going to watch the whole thing with you because you're going to watch it, but once the whole thing is done and the tab goes all the way down here, click close and click test yourself. The reason I want you to do that and answer all these questions is the next question, once you're done with the test yourself section, comes exactly from this quiz. So this quiz will even give you the right answers once you get to the very end. So take the quiz, check your answers, so you can get this actually graded question correct. It's at the end of this lesson, I'm sorry. This is another study jams. Again, you could watch it in another window, or you could watch it in here. I think it's not too bad in here. You just got to move the bar down. It's a different study jams.
Hey, what you looking at?
And once you press close after you've seen the whole thing, make sure you click test yourself. Next is the question I was telling you about. This question comes from the test yourself section, so make sure you pay attention and you do a good job. You submit your answer, and it tells me I didn't submit an answer, but you understand. You'll get a grade on it, but the answer's right there, so don't worry about it. After scientific theory and evidence, you've got scientific methods. Open in a new tab. Again, you click play video. After you watch the video, click close, click test yourself, take the whole quiz, check the green check marks and the red X's to see which ones you got right and which ones you got wrong, because I borrowed those questions from my quiz. I think I put them in twice. That's funny. So then you will answer your questions from the test yourself section and get a grade on this. So please don't get this wrong. It came right out of the test yourself review. After you do both study jams lessons, remember, now it's time to submit your hypothesis. From your list of questions, you're going to research one of them from those safe search sites. Submit at least 3 links or 3 sources that you checked. I read in this book that this happens this way. Submit your hypothesis based on your research. Remember to pick a question that you can do a project on. So again, which can support more weight, paper or plastic grocery bags? From my research, I believe that paper bags can hold more weight, and I turned in these sites to prove why I think what I think. you're going to do the exact same thing. Add submission, and just copy and paste the links in here, and then write down what your hypothesis is, because you did research, and that's why you think what you think. Don't forget, though, to copy and paste your hypothesis in your actual project. Remember, you're working on a PowerPoint project to turn in at the very end. We saved it on our desktop under Science, 5th grade Science, I believe, right here, 5th grade Science. So 5th grade Science for your project. You're turning your hypothesis in to me, and you're getting a grade, but you're also putting the hypothesis right here. Don't forget. Don't do it later once it's not fresh in your brain. Do it right now. Put your hypothesis here. Put the reasons behind your hypothesis. I read on the blah 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 website that blah 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 blah. I read on the blah 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 website that blah 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 blah. Don't forget to tell where you found your reasons. I actually went to this website, and it was a lot of good information. So you take those sites that you just researched, and you put them in a sentence. On the blah blah website, this is what I read, and so that's why I think what I think. Okay? You're going to do this PowerPoint as you submit each slide. So even if you did want to turn in the slide or a picture of the slide, you could do that too, technically, and do the work once. But you will get smaller grades along the way for each individual part, and you'll get a big, huge grade at the end for turning in the whole thing. Okay? Remember, if you have any questions, to send me a text or an email or anything like that, because I don't want you to get overwhelmed with all this stuff. I put it in little chunks, and I have little videos to help you along the way, but please contact me. Thanks.